Welcome to the Indian River County Chamber of Commerce's Candidate Interview Series. My name is Andrea Beam. I'm the president of the Chamber, and I am here with Jackie Rosario. You are running for re-election with the school board, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Would you like to start out with telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am a mom, a woman of faith, and an educator, a teacher, school administrator, and the school board member for District 2.
And you've been in that position for a little while, correct?
Yes, since 2018.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And are you from Indian River County originally, or?
Originally from New York. I've been here now 18 years, and I love it. I love being here in Vero. My family is planted here. My son was raised here, and it's just been an incredible transition coming from a big city to a small town in Indian River County. It's been really great. I'm privileged and I'm proud and honored to be able to represent the people in this role, and I hope to earn their vote again in August.
Great. So what initially motivated you to run for school board in 2018, and what is motivating you to kind of keep running now?
Well, in 2018, I really wasn't sure. I mean, at the time I was homeschooling my son, and I knew that I needed to get back to work because prior to being a mom, I was a teacher and a school administrator in the public school system. And I just didn't know if that meant that I needed to be in a brick and mortar or virtual or what that looked like. And then the position of school board was available at the time, which was the district in which I live, District 2. And I just decided after prayer and consideration to really put my name on the ballot and take it from there. So it really was a walk of faith. I grew into this role and realized how much I love it, and I'm passionate about it, and really I get the opportunity now to live both the school choice role, the real school choice role as a homeschool mom and as a public school advocate. I understand both sides of the issue, and I really get the opportunity to be the voice of all the constituents in this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So if you are reelected, what would be some of your top priorities for your next term?
Well, I would definitely focus on literacy and mathematics academics for sure. Some of the other areas that I want to focus on are career pathways and making sure that our students are prepared for the workforce, whether that would be in vocational technical areas or dual enrollment programs, expanding what we offer students in terms of school choice, opportunities to get out into the community. Those are kinds of the things that I would focus on, but that doesn't limit us. One of the other focus areas that I have really earmarked is artificial intelligence. I want to make sure that we protect everyone in the school district from misusing artificial intelligence because it's such a fast-changing thing that's happening in our society. And if we don't get ahead of it, which is kind of hard to do when it's so fluid, if we don't get ahead of it, it might actually have devastating effects with our children. So we really want to make sure that we have strong policy in this area and ensure that it is implemented ethically. I also want kids to be kids. You know, I don't want them to rely on artificial intelligence. I want them to be able to be critical thinkers and problem solvers and just play and learn and love to learn. Those are the things that I fear artificial intelligence might want to kind of take over, and I want to protect that for children.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time in education, I'm sure, right now, battling AI and how students are, you know, how they're researching and what they're seeing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of led into our next question. So the Chamber of Commerce represents local business and employers in our community. How do you think the school district can better prepare students for today's workforce through the career and technical education pathways?
Sure. I think for one, we need to be able to expand opportunities for our high school students to have dual enrollment opportunities in the trades. We have a Treasure Coast Technical College in our local district, which is really a gem. And we have the opportunity to let students take dual enroll courses there in hospitality or in the medical field, in welding, electrician, HVAC. So all these different areas are certainly some of the areas that we can allow children to have an expansion of experience, but we could also lean on the collaboration with the local business community. So, and then once that is established, we can expand students to things like shadowing in the workforce, or internships, or having students volunteer in local businesses, just to be able to tap into that interest. And then at that point, after graduation, you never know if students want to stay locally and be connected and remain in that field. But it starts with collaboration with the local business community.
Yeah, agreed. And even if they do end up going to college, you never know if they're going to come back and, pursue what they learned through the career education. So,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Definitely.
We also have opportunities such as career days, where we invite local businesses to come in and introduce themselves to the students and be able to share what they do, because there's so many careers out there and jobs that some students are just not exposed to. So being able to expose students, and I don't only mean high schools, I mean even going into middle school. I think middle school, there is a gap. We lose a lot of kids in middle school, and we should be able to increase that interest in the earlier years, so that by the time they get into 9th grade, they already have an inkling as to where they want to go and what they want to do.
Yeah, that makes sense, because they have to kind of choose their path, right, in the high school. So a little more exploratory action in middle school makes sense for sure. Nice. Okay, so student achievement is the district's primary mission. I know Dr. Moore has done an outstanding job over these last few years, but there's always room for improvement. So what specific improvements would you work toward on the school board, and how would you measure your success?
Sure. Again, literacy and math are never areas that we could miss. We certainly want to be able to focus on literacy and math skills. But I also want to focus, again, I'm coming back to the career and the workforce readiness area, being able to focus in on those students and expanding those options. We have a decline in enrollment in our district recently, and so what we want to do is offer options and be innovative so that we keep those students in. We keep their interest and we keep them here in the district. And being able to do that means being able to think outside the box and offer options that are different from the regular cookie cutter educational system that we're used to. So if we could think outside that box and really focus on, again, literacy and math skills, citizenship, citizenry, civics education, and I also want to take a look at our ESE services so that we can do better in our ESE services. We lose a lot of students if they're lacking in those services, and be able to ensure that they're getting the services that they need in a quicker turnaround time. But yeah, if we can continue, we've done great things in our district. We are 4 years in a row an A school district. When I started on the school board in 2018, we were 38th in the state, and now we are 5th in the state.
Wow.
So we've come a long way, but I am excited for where we are going. It's not a perfect system, but we certainly have done a lot to get to where we are now, and I'm proud of all of the employees who have worked really hard, to impact students here.
Yeah. I think our whole community is pretty proud of our school district right now. So
Thank you.
I came up through the school district here way back when, and it was not anything like it is today. So great job.
Thank you.
So final question. As you know, school board members often face difficult decisions with different opposition in the county or, strong public opinion on both sides. So describe how you would approach these conversations and how you would try to communicate with the community.
Nicely asked. We have had a lot of, controversial issues. We do not have any controversial issues before us now. We've kind of come over that hump, thank goodness. But yeah, when we're communicating as school board members, we're responsible to the citizens, to our constituents, and to our voters, and it's important for us to be able to be transparent and communicate to them regarding anything that comes before us for a vote, essentially. And if we are not doing our due diligence and reading the agenda and researching the items that are on our agenda, even asking the tough questions, sometimes for the most part, I am not a rubber stamper. I don't go along just to get along. I really dig deep into the issues that are before us, and I'm not afraid to, again, ask those tough questions. And so I think that's also where we get some of the, where we identify some of the needs for improvement. And that's always a good thing, right? Mm-hmm. Because not everything is perfect. Right. And so if we're able to take a look at some of those little corners that we may not have seen before, I'm glad to be the voice of the people in that way. So yeah, I mean, any way that we can communicate with our constituents, it's our responsibility to do so respectfully, transparently, and in a manner that is clear and concise, and certainly that doesn't overstep our role, and understanding the difference between what is our role in terms of governance and policy making versus the day-to-day operations that fall underneath the superintendent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are there any last things that you would like to say about your campaign or yourself that we haven't covered yet?
I am very, very glad, again, as I said in the intro, to be the voice of the people on the school board for District 2, representing District 2. And I hope that they give me an opportunity to continue in this role, to continue the upward mobility that we have been moving towards in the school district. One of the things that I am incredibly proud of is the opening of our classical school. I don't know if you have heard about it,
yes,
but that is something that I championed for quite some time. And last August, which this August would be a year, we opened up the doors of our first classical school, which is Pelican Island Classical Magnet School. It is really a unique opportunity for Indian River County residents and students to be a part of this, because it's not a charter school and it's not a private school. It is a school that falls underneath the auspices of the school board, which is pretty unique. It's the second in the entire state to be of this kind. So it's things like that, thinking outside the box and being able to really reach into the community and have a pulse on what the needs are and how we can provide those needs. That's the kind of work that I enjoy doing, and that I hope that the citizens will be re-elect me to do in August. So on August 18th, vote for Jackie Rosario. You can find out more at my website, www.reelectjackie.com.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was nice to meet you.
I appreciate it.
Hello and welcome.